breathe easier. If you are fully vaccinated, you no longer have to wear a mask outside or inside in most situations, Stacy.
Yeah, this is a major step in returning to pre-pandemic life, Steve. Under the updated guidance from the Centers for Disease Control issued today, fully vaccinated people no longer need to wear a mask or socially distance indoors or outdoors.
The CDC says fully vaccinated Americans still have to wear masks on public transportation, in hospitals, prisons, and homeless shelters.
And new tonight, there is optimism in Iowa's healthcare field that today's announcement from the CDC could bring a jolt to vaccination rates at a time when they are steadily declining.
KCCI's Chris Gothner is live to explain why they believe this may convince some people on the fence to get their shots.
Yeah, Steve and Stacy, no question these masks have been important for public health over the past year and a half, but I don't think I've met anybody who actually really enjoys wearing these, especially if they wear glasses like I do. Now there's hope that being able to safely ditch these masks, at least for now, may be just enough incentive for people to get the shot.
I think it's a great milestone, a great day.
The president's excited, so is Senator Ernst. Thursday's news that the CDC says fully vaccinated Americans can ditch face masks in most situations had a lot of us grinning. Visibly.
This is what people have been waiting for.
Not only are health professionals happy that this is a sign the vaccines are safe and working, they're hopeful that it may change the minds of those who don't want to mask up but are hesitant to get a shot, figuring why bother.
People have been asking, if I have my shot, why do I have to continue wearing the mask? We are hoping that being able to go about your close to normal life without masks will be an incentive for people to get vaccinated.
And there's reason to believe that it might be.
There's actually some data that about half of unvaccinated Americans find that lifting these restrictions and allowing them to go without masks is a strong motivator for them to receive the vaccine.
Dr. Austin Baith with Unity Point Health is hopeful too.
This is our shot at returning to normalcy.
He says there are still unknowns like emerging variants and just how long the vaccine makes you immune, meaning we should definitely hold on to the masks. Lena Tucker-Reinders with the Iowa Public Health Association says even if Thursday's move gets just one more person to get a shot, it's worth it.
Every shot and every arm matters.
And she says this is by no means a silver bullet towards reducing or eliminating vaccine hesitancy. Both she and Dr. Baith say a big key is people seeing friends and loved ones getting the shot for themselves.
But Chris, there is something very important doctors want people to know.
Yeah, Dr. Baith wanted to point out that people with compromised immune systems should still be wearing the mask and social distance. He says it's still not clear if the vaccine provides them as much protection as it does for people with fully healthy immune systems.
All right, Chris, thank you. Iowa's statewide mask requirement ended months ago, but face coverings are still required or encouraged at many events and businesses. KCCI went to the Valley Junction Farmers Market tonight. Mask wearing was still recommended at that event. One man told us even with this change, he will still be wearing a face covering a little while longer.
I think they probably should have waited a while, give it a moment to try to see how things go. A lot of things done in a rush can have terrible results, but at the end of the day, it still comes down to a personal choice by the citizens anyway.
People who have not been vaccinated are urged to continue to wear face coverings at the farmers market. Hy-Vee offered free shots at the event through its mobile clinic.
The city of Des Moines still has a mask mandate in place. Mayor Frank County says he'll review the CDC's new guidelines before making any changes.